All right, so I just audio recorded Trish at the hotel. My plan was, since Joel let me leave from Sonic early before I went in that room, I was going to call the Streetsboro police down, have them enter the room with me, get her things, and get them out of there and everything. But of course, Joel and Erica made sure they sent her on break with me so that she had to leave with me. So as soon as we got to the hotel, I got my phone, went in, turned on my audio recorder. Recorded the whole thing going on in there. You know, apparently she thought I was doing her dope with her, but I wiped the shit off the fucking table. So I am now at the Streetsboro Police Department. I just filled out a report, and I'm sitting here waiting for an officer. My head is scratched. My thumb is scratched. The girl knocked over the refrigerator in my room, throwing shit at the walls. So let's see how long I got to sit here and wait. Blood all over my nice white shirt because of her. Some dopehead fucking whore. So while I'm sitting here waiting, these people are wasting valuable time because I highly doubt Trish went back to Sonic. She's probably in the black dude's room that was over there throwing his hands, shaking and putting his hands up because that's probably her dope dealer or whoever says she sold dope to. I know for a fact she got meth from the fucking maintenance guy or somebody in that fucking place. Maybe if they dig a little farther into where she was staying at in Kent, they'll find a connection between Kent, Ohio, and the guy in the mask that busted into fucking Cal's restaurant. Because I believe that's what Officer Juan said. Oh, that guy got busted in Kent still. And, oh, gee, where's my son's mother's family hang out at? Her little brother and all them assholes? Oh, that's right, Kent, Ohio. Just like the heroin junkie girl they hired at Cal's to help me cook in the kitchen. Where was she from? Where did she hang out? Kent, Ohio. Imagine that. Same place Jamie and Brittany Sledge, for Brittany Hobbs and her fucking dope dealing boyfriend in fucking Wyndham. See how sick the world is? This girl's 20 goddamn years old. So fucking hooked on goddamn dope, man, because motherfuckers don't do their fucking job. This shit's just everywhere, man. It's ridiculous. The world makes me sick. And if you like, you can speak to my manager, Carly, at Sonic. She heard me on the phone last night talking to her. She's the sweetest pie to come and get her from Cleveland from the bus station. Drove all the way down there when I got off work, picked her up. And from there on, it was just meanness, man, being mean the whole way. Like, I was about to be done at the end of the day today. All I wanted to do was get out early so I could call Streetsboro down, have them come in the room, remove her things so I didn't touch them. But like I said, this shit was set up from the get-go, just like the heroin junkie girl they hired at Cal's coming in smiling at me.
How we going?
All right, how's it going, boss?
What's going on?
All right, man. So I've been working at Sonic down here in Streetsboro, and I got involved with a young lady that come in there by the name of Trish Eccles. Okay? And apparently her old man in Kent, the guy's name is Nicky. I got messages in my phone from him, something. He's like a heroin dealer, heroin junkie, something. So I felt bad for the girl, so I started dating her, whatever. Anyways, she took off a couple times. I just went and picked her up from the bus station. When she come back from Alabama, sticking needles in her arms and shit like that. Then anyways, she left again. I dropped her off in Kent yesterday where she wanted me to drop her off. And then she left to get on a bus to go to some other dope dealing guy somewhere in Panama City or Alabama or something, wherever she's from. And then I'm talking to her last night on the phone because she's calling my phone, wanting me to come get her from the Greyhound station in Cleveland. So my manager, Carly, let me hurry up and get out of there. I went to Cleveland and I picked her up. Well, from there, she's like doing dope and all this shit. I find out she's got all kinds of dope on her and in my room and shit. And then I woke up today. I went to work. I went back to pick her up because my manager, Joel, asked me if I heard anything from her. And I said, no, her phone's off. I said, let me run over there real quick. I'll make sure she's not like ODing in my room or some shit like that. So he let me go over there, and she's in the laundry room talking to the maintenance man. If you want to check the cameras at the hotel, they should verify that. So I got her. We went to work. And then the whole time she's just screaming at me, being mean because she's all fucking wired out on fentanyl or whatever the hell she's on. And then I asked my manager, Erica, if I could leave early so I could call you guys to come to the hotel to remove her stuff and her drugs out of my fucking room. And they put her on break as I was leaving. So she went to the hotel with me. I audio recorded from the time we entered that room to the time she left that room. The whole time she's in there screaming at me, assaulting me. She threw punches at me. She cut me twice. I'm bleeding all over my shirt. She got her stuff and I don't know where she went. I don't know if she went to the black guy's room that was standing out in the hotel. That must be the guy she sold the dope to. She said she sold dope when my car left work. Okay. So I don't know. I know she got meth from the maintenance guy up there and everything else. So, I mean, like I said, I was assaulted. I want to press charges.
Well, it doesn't quite work like that.
Yeah, no, she physically assaulted me. I had an audio recorded, her throwing punches and throwing things across the room at me. She physically assaulted me, and I want to press charges.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Okay. I will need to get a hold of her and try to find out her side of this, because an audio is audio, all right? And if she's saying you punched her or things like that first, then that obviously changes things. If that doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. But
I never laid a hand on her. I'm the one with cuts and bruises. She's got needle marks all up and down her arms. I'm telling you.
Hear me out. Hear me out. All right? We don't just have people come up here, write a statement, sign charges. It's not how things work. Because you could do that to some poor schmo out there that never touched you, and it just, that wouldn't stop anybody from doing that to anybody. So there's more investigation that goes on in these than just coming up here and signing charges. Why didn't you call us when this happened?
Because I was trying to get her out of my room. She was attacking me in the room. You know what I mean? That's why I turned the audio recorder on before we entered the room, because she's all wired out on dope, man. She's like on fentanyl. Or whatever the hell she's got. I don't know what the hell it is. She's insisting I did something with her. She left a bunch on the table. I wiped the shit off and threw the thing in the garbage, man. Like, seriously.
So how long has she been staying with you?
She's been with me for a couple weeks now, you know what I mean, on and off. But like I said, yesterday I dropped her off in Kent by 416 Cherry Street at the dude Nikki's house. Then I'm texting her, telling her I miss her, this and that, because she's telling me she loves me and all this crap. And then I picked her up from the bus station last night like she wanted.
Okay, so you picked her up last night and brought her back to your apartment?
No, to the hotel, to the Econo Lodge down here at the hotel. She wanted me to rent a room for an entire week, but unfortunately I can't afford to do that, so I rented a room for 2 nights. And then after last night and the way she was acting today, I'm like, look, man, you're all strung out on drugs. I want you out of my room. Just get your things and please leave my room.
What time did that happen?
This was just about a half hour ago.
Okay.
I clocked out of work about 2:30, I think it was, something like that. And like I said, I was trying to get out of there without her so I could call you guys to come to the hotel to remove her things from my room before I even entered the room.
Why did you do that?
Because they put her on break and she went with me. She's like screaming at me all the way to the car.
Sonic with you?
Yeah, she works at Sonic with me.
Okay.
That's how I met her. Huh? I don't honestly, she may have, but I don't think she did. I just kicked her out of my room. Like I said, I know she had a whole bunch of dope. She just said, yeah, you can hear her in the thing, call the law. You are the law. Call the law. Call them. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Like I said, I mean, I realize it's not video, but you can hear me state, please don't hit me. Please don't touch me. I'm all the way across the room. Stay away from me. You know what I mean? She even admits in the audio recording, yeah, I'll hit you again.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm protecting myself from this drug addict girl's lives is what I'm doing. I mean, I feel bad because she's only 20 years old, has no family, has nobody there but a bunch of dope heads feeding her dope, for whatever. I mean, it's terrible that the world is like that and people are like that. You know what I mean? It's a sick place. That's why I got involved with the girl. I mean, she was a very pretty girl, but now that she's all been like, if I could show you a picture from the first night we spent together up until now, and you can see the difference on her.
How long has that been?
I mean, it's been like a few weeks, maybe almost a month or something. She called me in like on my second or third day working at Sonic, smiling at me, asking me if I knew where to get cocaine from. And I'm like, yeah, just try your local fucking bar anywhere around here. You'll find whatever you want.
So if she had a drug problem then, why did you continue?
Because I was trying to get her off and away from the shit, man. I'm trying to I feel bad. She's 20 years old. I know sometimes it's hard. I got a good heart, man. You know what I mean? She's 20 years old. She's prettier than hell. And she said she wanted to marry me. One night she said, I want to start a life with you and have your baby. Then the next day, there was something totally different. I don't know if she's got like psychological issues, mental problems, multi-personalities, or what the deal is, but I'm like done. I don't want no affiliation with her. I want her to stay away from me. And like I said, this girl just done assaulted me. I came straight here. I know you got cameras all over Streetsboro, so you can see me from the time I left the hotel till I came here. Well, somebody's got that video footage from them cameras.
What cameras?
All over Streetsboro. Up above the traffic lights.
Those aren't cameras.
Those, what are they?
They're sensors
Censored?
for traffic control.
They look like cameras.
If they were cameras, they would have assisted a lot of crash investigations we've done through the years. But all they are sensors to determine where a vehicle is and whether or not there's one sitting there.
No, well, they look like cameras to me.
We
So
have no cameras here in the city.
no, they just look like cameras to me. All I know is I left. The minute she left the room, you can hear me state in the audio recording, she just left the room. I shut that off. I saved it. I left the hotel. You can check the hotel cameras, and I came straight here.
What room are you staying in up at the Econo Lounge?
117.
Who got the room?
I got the room.
117?
Yes.
And Trish, is that her first name or?
Trish. Yeah, they call her Trish, but her name is Patricia.
And is the spelling of the last name correct?
I believe so. I think it's Echoles. It's Eccles.
What's her birth?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think it's like October 3rd or something. I know she was born in 1999.
Where does she live at?
She's homeless. Basically, I guess that's the situation I'm in. I've had every car I've owned vandalized to the point where, these dope dealing guys cost me my job over and over again. I had a good job. I used to make $200 a day.
What's Trish's phone number?
Hold on. Three 842-3050.
The cell phone of hers, I assume?
Yeah, that's her cell phone number. And I can tell you now, I don't know if you guys can put a tap on that, how you are with drug enforcement, but I'll tell you what, you find half the people in that phone and you're going to nab yourself one hell of a bust. Now, I ain't claiming I'm an angel or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't get down on fucking heroin and fentanyl and meth and all that shit.
So what do you use?
Me, I smoke a little bit of weed once in a while, you know what I mean? That's might as well practically be legal these days. Most of the time it's just the CBD shit they sell at the store, because that's legal.
When she left her room, did she go on foot or did
She left on foot, sir.
You didn't see where she went?
No, I did not. I don't know if she went up to the front lobby, but you can hear me because she went there, and the gentleman at the front desk gave, because he probably didn't know because she was my girlfriend, but he gave her, I was only issued one card when I checked into that hotel last night. She went to the front desk, and he gave her another card to get into my room, and she entered the room before I did. And I went up to the front desk, and I told him, I said, do not give her, I have that recorded too, do not give her a card, do not let her in my room. I said, you might want to call the police because she's dealing dope out of your hotel. She just told me before she came to work she sold some there.
And how long have you known this girl?
Almost a month. I said, man, she wasn't like this when I first met her. She seemed to be like a sober person and she told me she loved me. I've been alone for a long time, so I kind of fell into it. I did fall in love with her and all that stuff, but the more and the more I got to know her and see, I felt like I was being used. That's it. Just like last night, I drove all the way to Cleveland to get her, and then, I spent $110 I really don't have out of my paycheck to rent a hotel room, to keep her safe. Because she's telling me in the car, we sat in front of the Cleveland bus station for, I don't know, maybe an hour before I convinced her to leave with me, because she was telling me the guy she was going with, she's been through all kinds of stuff, and he's the one that got her all strung out on drugs. And I'm like, you're going to end up, ODing and dying down there. Everybody's dying from this shit. I don't want to see that happen to you. You know what I mean? So, and then I finally convinced her to leave with me, and she left with me, and I got the room. And
where do you normally live, in Akron?
no, that's just a mailing address. I stayed there for a couple months when I registered that address. Right now, I am currently homeless because of all the dope heads causing me to lose my job, vandalizing my cars. I just went, like I said, I had Officer Eric Dunn of the Garrettsville Police Department a few years ago say, Aaron, we want to see you be happy and get a new car. I said, why, Eric? So they can come and put me out of another car and some more money? So you know what I did? I did the same thing he said. I moved out of Garrettsville, moved to Cleveland, worked real hard. I rode a mountain bike from Palmer to Garfield Heights, 6.1 miles uphill, both ways, to work, worked 9 hours a day, 6 days a week, rode 6.1 miles home on that bike, bought a $2,000 van. Moved back to the town of Garrettsville. Within 2 months, that van was to the point where I sold it for scrap. Then I turned around and went and got a $7,000 Pontiac G6. Didn't have that for about a month and a half, and it was blown up, vandalized beyond repair around the outside. So how is it I could live in Cleveland for an entire year, have not one car problem, go back to the town where I said people have been doing this to my vehicles, and then go through almost 10 grand worth of vehicles in like 6 months? I mean, that's just proof positive.
You were living in Garrettsville?
I was, yeah. My sister got herself, these guys got her hooked on this shit, doing this shit. She just got out of Portage County Jail. She's in Neo Camp in Warren somewhere. I just had a lady call me from there about my sister listing me as a contact on her thing. That's why I'm homeless, because she sold her place to move in with some dude, John Matson, that got her hooked on dope. You know what I mean? And it's just like, we had a nice family, you know what I mean? Till, like I said, everywhere you go, it's the dope, the dope, the dope, the dope.
So when you guys got back to the room, what started the argument?
Because I asked her to get her stuff and leave. The argument started in the car because she was like screaming at me, calling me a bitch, telling me this and that. And I'm like, look, Trish, I don't like being treated like shit. You're treating me like shit. I'm done with this. So I just want you to get your stuff and get out of my room. So that's what started the argument, because she's mad because, yes, I mean, yeah, granted she has nowhere to go and she doesn't have anybody, but I'm not going to deal with it no more. I got a good heart. I'm a nice guy. I work hard. I'm just trying to get my life together, and I can't do that with somebody like her doing the things that she's doing.
So you were across the room when you got in the room?
Yeah, when I got in the room, I walked more towards over by the window, and I was standing by the window.
Okay, and then what?
I just kept telling her, just get your stuff and get out of my room. Get your stuff and get out of my room. And if you listen to the audio recording, you can hear her screaming at me, cursing at me, throwing stuff at me, swinging at me. I said, don't hit me, several times as she's swinging at me, throwing stuff at me.
So you were across the room and she came to you? Or you
Yes, no, she came at me.
Okay. Did you try to leave the room at any time?
No, because she is in my room that's in my name with her things, and I know the girl's got dope. So no, I'm not going to leave my room with a dope head junkie in my room so she can stash her dope somewhere in my room and then blame the shit on me.
I guess it really has no bearing on anything. I guess the part that gets me curious is you said you guys drove over there having an argument. You had an intention of calling us, but you never called us. You went up into the room after there's already an issue in the car. You get up into the room and there's a disturbance, and instead of calling us, you pick up your phone and audio.
I had the phone already audio recorded before we went in the room because I didn't think it was going to be like that. I figured she would get her stuff and go. And then she started assaulting me and screaming at me. Like I said, this is because they sent her on break when they told me I could go ahead and go early. If they had not put her on break to leave with me, okay, I would have went to the hotel, followed you guys, had you guys come there and enter the room before I ever entered the room to get her things and whatever and get them the hell out of there.
Well, I mean, coming in the hotel room, there's specifics to that. You know, having drugs in there, you telling us that they're hers aren't necessarily going to do anything to get anybody charged other than we're going to take them and destroy them.
Well, that's fine. Destroy the shit. I don't care. I'm just saying. I don't care if you charge her or whatever. I'm just letting you know what the hell just happened. Okay? Like I said, I was assaulted. I'm bleeding. I got blood all over me from her assaulting me, throwing things at me. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, like, if the situation was reversed, I'd probably be in cuffs sitting in the car right now.
Well, it makes it real hard when we're putting pieces together after the fact. That's why, again, had we been called out there and be able to talk to both at the time, it might have been a whole lot easier to try to make this come to a quicker resolution than trying to, now I got to try to get a hold of Trish and talk to her and figure out what the story is with her. And if she's telling me a very different story than what you're
I'm sure she will. She's a dope head, man.
But again, you understand my point. I can't, anybody who walks in here, I can't just let them sign charges against somebody because they say something happened. Because then you get a lot of false charges.
Okay, well, like I said, if you would like, you could call up to Sonic, and you could talk to Joel. You can talk to Erica. You could talk to my manager Carly from last night that heard me on the phone, just telling her, please, baby, don't get on the bus. I love you, this and that. I will be there to get you. So, like I said.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't do a lot right now for this because this is something it's just the two of you in the room for, right? And you guys are the only ones in the car.
Right.
Okay. The audio recording, I'll have you email it to me. I'll give you my card here. I'll take pictures of your injuries. I understand you already told my dispatcher you don't need a squad.
No, I don't. It's just a couple cuts, but still, like I said,
And I'll try to get hold of Trish and see where we'll go from there. And I'll give you a call with my findings. And if charges are warranted, if you want to sign, we sign. And you'll sign the M1 assault. And you guys will have to go down to court and figure it down in court.
Well, I promise you, like I said, if you don't pick her up now, she's going to be on a bus. She's going to call one of her dope heads. She's going to be on a bus to go into Panama City or Alabama or wherever the fuck she's from, Andalusia, Alabama. The home of the
gone. I mean, it's...
Well, but I mean, just like I said, though, I could see the black guy or whatever that was out around the hotel when we got back there. He's got something to do with her either selling the dope, getting the dope, something like that. So I'm just letting you know as an officer, and you can let the other officers know. Most of the people that frequent that Econo Lodge, like I said, there's a whole lot of dope heads in there. So that's some good information for you and your other people.
Well, give specifics.
I mean, I don't have no specifics, but I'm just telling you.
That makes that very difficult. But if you're staying there and you know the specifics, or if you have any information,
I don't know if the gentleman has anything to do with it or not, but like when I walked out of the room, if you check the cameras, you could see the hotel staff personnel sitting there, and they're just like looking, and he's walking back, and he's throwing his hands up like, ugh. So when he threw his hands up, that made me think, he knows something about what's going on here.
As I was trying to say, if you know something, and you call up here and ask for a task force, they can give you either the number or get your information to pass on to our task force. I'll email our task force guy and give him your name and number and tell him that you believe drugs are being bought and sold out of the Econo Lodge. But without specifics, they don't just run and jump at every little thing.
Well, right, no, but I'm just saying, I see you guys sitting around, you know what I mean? So that's an area where you might want to sit around at.
Right now, we're not doing as much as we
Well, no, I know because of the coronavirus and everything. Right. But like I said, I left work the other night at 12:30. I seen one of your guys sitting with his lights going at the Brown Derby. There was another one sitting on the side road, just past Circle K there on 14. You know what I mean? But the drugs are a little bit farther down the other way.
Fortunately, it's all over the city, and we try to focus everywhere and do the best we can everywhere in the city. Okay. Not just the Econo Lodge, it's all over the city together. It's
right.
all over our county.
All everywhere. So, it's all over the whole damn country, man.
Again, that's why we ask for specifics because, everybody calling in willy-nilly saying, hey, we got drugs here, we got drugs there, with no specifics, makes it very difficult for our task force guy who's already facing the situation where this county is overrun with drugs.
Right. Well, no, like I said, I think you're misunderstanding. All I'm saying is, like I said, that's an area where you guys, when you got your unit out, that's an area where you might want to focus on sitting. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I'm trying to say.
216-904-4533.
That's correct, sir. That's me.
Well, what I'll do, like I said, I'll try to get hold of Trish, and I gotta make sure I can even find her. So before you leave, I'm gonna see if I can figure out who she is, and then I'll probably show you a picture and make sure that's the correct person.
No, I can show you a picture of my phone if you'd like to see it.
I'll do it through our system here, and if that's her, then I'll try to reach out to her, and if she refuses to talk to me, then I'll call you back and see if you're willing to come press charges at that time.
Okay.
Or if you've hit a point where you've just realized you don't care enough and you're done with it.
I'm done. No, I'm done, man. Like, I'm sorry, but like I said, I tried. I got a good heart, man. I don't want to see any young 20-year-old girl strung out on drugs, acting and being the way she's being. You know what I mean? I have a 16-year-old daughter, which was kind of hard. I don't normally get involved with girls that young because I have a 16-year-old daughter, but this girl, like, put something on my heart. You know what I mean? And, like, I've said, she has no family. She has nobody. So I wanted to be her family. And it just ain't working because all she cares about is dope. That's it. She don't give a fuck about me. All she cares about is her next goddamn fix, you know. And I can't live like that. I can't deal with that, and I refuse to. So.
Where all did she hit you?
In the head, in the back, I mean, like, you know, across my face right here, you can see the scratch. I don't know what, this is probably for me blocking something that she threw at me because I was putting my hand up to block. She threw, there's like, they give you the little ice buckets at the hotel. She threw that at me. She threw a little stack of cups at me. She picked up the little sign thing they put up by the TV with the stations or whatever's on it. She picked that up and threw it across the room at me. Then she picked up her makeup and threw that across the room at me. Hit the wall with it, so I picked it all up and put it in the garbage.
So your finger, your face, is there anywhere else in the way?
No, that's it.
I'll take a couple pictures. I'll give you a card. I'll tell you to email me the audio. That way I can run into a disc and put it in the report. I'll try to get a hold of Trish.
Well, you might, like I said, you might want to call Sonic up here too. Talk to Joel and Erica because they were there when we left and they seen her screaming at me and everything else at the restaurant. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know if she went back to work. She was supposed to go back to work. I don't know if she did or not because all she kept saying in the audio recording, oh, you are the law. You can call the law. Go ahead and call the law. Because she knew I was going to come down here because she's a dopehead and she knew what she was doing. And I have a friend that I text from the beginning. The way I met this girl, when she come into Sonic, I feel like somebody put this girl up to coming up there and trying to get involved with me so she could get me hemmed up with her bullshit. And that's not going to happen.
So here's where we're going to go with this. I got done, all right? I'm going to try to get a hold of Trish and find out what her side of this is. If she doesn't want to tell me, and I'll call you up. If you want to press charges, you come up here, you sign the charge, I'll send her a summons in the mail, and you guys go down to court, and you guys figure it down to court. If she gives me a completely conflicting statement, she's got marks on herself, and she's saying,
oh, she got marks all over her, but those aren't for me. That's from her shooting up drugs and like needles, and she got like a ringworm thing on her arm, man. Like,
if she's saying, you know, he was hurting himself and telling me he was going to blame it on me and things like that, again, it probably get shipped off to the prosecutor's office for them to make a determination on whether they want to allow you to pursue charges against her, and if you pursue charges.
well, all I can say is the audio recording that I have will reflect every single thing that occurred in that room. You can hear me stating I am all the way across the room. Do not throw this stuff at me. Stop swinging at me. Stop hitting me. You know what I mean? Get your stuff, get your dope, and get out of my room. I must have told her like 15, 20 times, just get your stuff and get out of my room. Get your stuff and get out of my room.
Okay. We've covered that. That's why I'm going to have you email me the audio.
Okay.
All right. We'll see where that goes, and if there's enough.
And what if it doesn't fit in the email because it's probably like 10 minutes long? It might not fit in the email to email it.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that.
Can I put it on a flash drive? Can you transfer from a flash drive to a computer or something?
Well, our goal is to take as little outside stuff from people as we can possibly get away with. So if you can get it to a a flash drive, and you bring it up here, and we can try.
Okay.
If you can get it on a disc and drop it off, that would probably be the best course of action then.
Okay.
That way I've got a hard copy and I don't need to burn it, because all I'm going to do is burn it to a disc anyways. We'll put it with a report. Like I said, I'll reach out to Trish and see what she has to say, and see if she wants to write a statement or if she wants to blow it off, and I'll give you a call. And if you want this just to be typed up and done with, we can do that. If you want this typed up and you want to sign charges and go to court, we can do that. Don't matter to me.
All right. Well, like I said, I got plenty of witnesses. She was staying in my car with me. Out of a friend of mine, David's, his mother was letting me park there and sleep in my car and pitch a little tent there. I mean, so I have other witnesses. Like, she stayed there one day when I went to work, and apparently I had suggested to her, because they came up here from Alabama, that we go with them back down there, and she apparently didn't want to go with me or something, didn't tell me, because she asked his girlfriend if she could catch a ride with them when they went back down there, and this and that, and da-da-da-da-da. So, like I said, I have plenty of witnesses that we were together and things, like, I'm sorry, but, yeah, she assaulted me.
Well, like I said, the issue of the witnesses, that's something we need at the time of the incident.
Well, no, I don't mean of this incident. I mean of us being together previously and things being, to where they're not violent and this and that. All right?
Well, like I said, I'm going to give you a business card with a report number on it.
Okay.
I'm going to take pictures of your thumb and your face. I'm going to do it rather quickly. I'm going to step away from you. And then I'm going to have you hang out. I'm going to show you a picture through the window. If you see that's her, you're going to get on out of here, and I'll call you when I figure out what's going on.
All right, sir.
So other than the thumb and the face, that's all you've got for an injury.
That's it. That's it.
Put your thumb up for me. And that was from her hitting you with a hand?
I don't know if that was from her hand or something she threw at me, but she got blood, like I said, ended up getting blood all over my nice shirt.
All right, so there's that. Hang out by the window. I'll show you. I'll see if I can find some. Well, you may want to sit down, maybe a few. And we'll see if we can figure out if that's her and get you on your way.
All right, thank you.